Well, the plan on the satellite today is I've got my disc brake conversion stuff. It says it's out for delivery today, but you know how FedEx is. They may get overwhelmed, and it's coming in on 2 different trucks. Don't know why that is neither. But I got to get the tie rod and spindles done on this side, tie rods on the other side. Not done a torsion bar car before, but I'm gonna leave the shock in. Just get everything else disassembled. I've got all new tie rods, idler arm and all that to put on it also. Rebuilt the front brakes, but still having issues. I think it's something to do with the backing plates messed up on the other side. Don't matter how I do anything, the brake shoe won't stay in the saddle once it's depressed and starts overheating, rubbing on the drum. And so at this point, since I got power brakes on it now, and I do have the disc to drum proportion valve, let's just go to disc and put on the proportion valve and take the old drum one off and do it upright. That way I can get started on a little bit of body work, other odds and ends that's needed. I'm not going to bore you with a ton of disassembly. I'll have the camera rolling on a lot of it, but I'm just going to fast forward through that and talk at key points. Alrighty, let's get started. Now the proper way to remove these is use a pickling fork with either a handheld that you hit with a hammer or one that goes in your air hammer. I've checked the local parts and Harbor Freights and whatnot. They don't carry them in store anymore. I've caught 2 different tool trucks that was at a place. They only order them. So other than the ball joints, I'm going to try to beat these out because I'm not trying to save the tie rods. I got new ones. Well, the whole trusty hammer didn't work. I do have a punch on an air hammer, and I got a divot in here. I believe I can punch it out. Okie doke. Well, that was just easy enough. If only the other one would do that. Let the brake fluid drip. Okay. Got the brake line loose up here, as you can see by the drip. There's a little pin clip right here. It gets slid out, and this brake line just drop right down. And then I can start on these ball joints after I get a jack up under the A-arm. The shock will stop it from going so far, but it being on a torsion bar, that thing will flip all the way damn near under the car if allowed to run free. But here we go. That little clip right there is what holds that brake line in place. Do not lose this. These quarter pins never like to come out. They ain't never been took out. That was a toughie. And I believe that might be 7/8. Oh, isn't that nice? Why not get a box in on it? That ain't no fun. Nope. No box in for you. But can loose easy enough. I.e., mine's got a car key. Alright, before I go much further, I'm gonna go after this other tie rod here. And remember, stay hydrated. Yeah. Come on. And Merry Christmas. We're a little short on this end. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Now, a good way to cheat these is lay your replacement that goes in the sleeve, tape it off where the threads are, count your threads, put your tape on there, screw the new one up to the tape, tighten her down. Do it for both ends of this and both ends of the other side. And your toe will be close enough without tearing some tires up to get it to the alignment shop. Even though leaving the shock on there, I like to keep a jack underneath that A-arm because you can't never tell. That shock just might break. Just a little more, so I got room to work. And now for the deadly part. Honestly, this is where it could be dangerous if you're not careful, but I'm going to try to be. Yeah, they never like to turn loose. I think I might try that upper first and let it flop out the way. Oh, but I don't have good paint yet. Ah, ow. I'm gonna take his line off so I don't ruin it. It's new. Wow. This is your banjo washer. You definitely do not want to lose these. I recommend keeping a Ziploc bag around to put all these little miscellaneous parts in. I'm breaking my own rule right now. Yep, I'm gonna have a pickle for it. Well, this will continue as soon as I find the one I got to have to beat by hand. I hate them, but they're mandatory. Well, just got my spindles and brackets and backing plates and lines and rotors and all that fun good stuff to put on the satellite. All I gotta do is wait for my pickle fork and bust the ball joints loose and install the new dust boots, and we're good to go. imagine that it's fixed now. Maybe. I ain't there yet. And if this don't work, I will go and download the PSD. I should have did it already. Still it don't fit. Looks like I want it anyways. Well, I don't know how many people have or have not ever hand packed a wheel bearing. It's messy, it's grimy, but it works. So I'm going to attempt to show that now. Get you a good little hunk of grease, put it in your palm. And on this little ridge right here, you want to sit here and work it just a little along until it starts squirting out the other side. It takes a minute. But you can see right there, it's coming up through the groove. Go to the next area. Keep going till you get all the way around the bear. Yes, they do make a tool for this. No, I do not have it. But never had one in 30-something years. I've been packing bearings like this. You can see I got the grease coming up through the groove. That's where you want it. Make sure you get like that all the way around. And there we are. Do not get this on your rotor. If you do, you have some cleanup coming. Give you some lacquer thinner or something like that. Brake clean, turpentine, it don't matter. Anything to clean all this up when you're done. Now you got your bearing seal. They vary, they're different. This one goes in with the lip in, and that's where it seals against everything. Okay. And the phone falls over. That is quite all right. Let me find, so I can get in here and tap this in.
may have to take up to 4 thousandths off of this with emery cloth. What I got ain't cutting it, so to go get the good stuff. Be back.
Well, I got the spring retainers for the caliper on. Got all my bearings in. Rotor put where it needed to be. I've opened up the drain plug here. I'm gonna see if it's gonna gravity bleed. It may and it may not. I gotta feel this whole entire line under here. And if it don't, I'll go get my vacuum pump bleeder. Put new inner and outer tie rods on this side, going to be on the other side too when I get to it. New upper ball joint. The lower ball joint was perfect. I just couldn't get even with the air hammer tool, pickle fork, I couldn't get the ball joint to turn loose as a spindle. So I cut it with a air cutter wheel and just installed a new one.